Hi, I'm Jim.
Hi, I'm Kel.
And we're the founders of the Gemini Project.
So you're probably asking yourselves, what is the Gemini Project?
Well, the Gemini Project is a group of 6 musicians, Kel and I, George Bradkey, Robert Rebeck, Nicholas Jarrett, and Clint Goss.
And we're just a group of musicians. We don't have any grand illusions of becoming rock stars or anything like that. We want to be able to make our kind of music and hopefully, contribute that to a good cause, something that's, so we can become a part of something bigger than ourselves. So in that vein, recently my friend Rusty Dunnigan, who's also a very close friend of my family, he was seriously wounded in an IED explosion in Iraq, losing his left arm and both legs. In addition to being a courageous soldier, Rusty's just a very devoted husband and father, a real family man. He and his wife, they have 4 children. Having served in the Marines myself, I know that it's highly unlikely that the VA will be able to look after all of the Dunnigan family's needs. There's always going to be incidentals that come up. So we, the Gemini Project, and our other Gemini Project members who aren't with us today, we have recorded our first full-length album to be released this summer. All the proceeds will be donated directly to the Rusty Dunnigan family. But we need your help to be able to do this. First, we have to meet our upfront album production costs. That includes art, layouts, design, photography.
CDs, printing.
Heaviest cost is the CD printing. All that's going to come to about $4,500.
Yeah, $4,500. Yeah.
And we need to do that before we can actually print those CDs and distribute them for sale to raise money for the Rusty Dunnigan family. Once the albums are sold, all those proceeds go to the Dunnigan family. So let's talk about perks.
Yeah.
At this time, we're graciously asking for $25 donations. But for that amount, we'll send you an autographed copy of our deluxe 16-track album entitled Kellic. Kellic means strife in the Irish language, and considering the reason why we're doing this.
Very fitting, very fitting.
Exactly. Can think of a more fitting title, actually. So why would you want to donate to the Gemini Project cause? Well, in addition to showing your support for our wounded warriors, you'll also essentially be placing on reserve, or pre-ordering, if you will, a copy of our album before our release date. Since quantities will be limited, this assures you'll get a copy of Kellic before they're gone. But more important than anything else, you can walk away feeling good about your quasi-purchase. You'll get over an hour's worth of some pretty cool music, and you'll also be able to feel great about contributing to a very noble cause and becoming part of something bigger than yourself as an individual. And this will really help the Dunnigan family out.
In a personal way, yeah.
Exactly. So in essence, this is just a really neat opportunity for all of us to be able to give something back to the community at large, particularly our wounded veterans. So we should probably talk about what kind of music.
Yeah, lots of good music on there.
Well, our album Kellic leans heavily on these obscure Irish ballads, but it's also a hybrid album of many songs, most of which are lyrically in their purest form. These were songs that were carried by the immigrants from the British Isles to this country, particularly those from Ireland and Scotland, those people who came to settle in the Appalachian Highlands. And the neat thing about that is Appalachia being, sort of kind of this enclave of music. It's remained pretty much unadulterated for the last 100 years. So a lot of times, the songs you'll get from, out in the mountains will be the original songs in their purest form. Exactly. But in addition to these, we also have a couple of rootsy American folk songs, that just truly capture the American experience. We've got a heart-wrenching, little-known Confederate ballad from the Civil War. We have a hymn sung entirely in Choctaw. And one of my favorite tracks is this nice lilting instrumental score composed by none other than Jim.
Yeah, Logan County.
Yeah, that's right. Logan County is where both Rusty and I are from. On the album, we have lyrics sung in English, Irish, Choctaw, and Cherokee. Yeah. Musical influences, everything from traditional Celtic, Americana, old-time gospel, and shape note singing, and Native American music can be heard throughout the album. But in addition to that, all these influences are infused with a little of that red dirt kind of sound. And if you're not familiar with the red dirt musical genre, it just really kind of typifies the region Rusty Dunnigan and I are from. It's a very
The Oklahoma sound.
Oklahoma sound, yes. Being that we both hail from the red earth plains of Oklahoma. Like we mentioned before, like me, Rusty Dunnigan's a Logan County kid, born and raised. He's also Irish American descent. So we really feel like the music we represent on our album Kellic is music that Rusty will really enjoy himself, and we hope you will too.
Yeah, I hope you will too, and I hope you donate. It's for a good cause, and it's personal. There's no foundation involved. It goes straight to Mr. Dunnigan.
That's right. None of our musicians are making a dime off this, so you can really feel good about your donation. You know, you'll get a free CD with that donation, and knowing that all your money is going to an excellent cause. So we thank you and hope that you'll donate.
Thank you.
Thanks.